We're live. Welcome guys, welcome back to the channel. Again, just me today. Julian's still on vacation and Justin is very busy. We did the reaction video that's on the channel with Justin. And he will drop the player ratings later today. So again, just me. After a win, but it doesn't feel like a win. It feels like basically we lost that game, in my opinion. That's the feeling I have at the moment. It wasn't good. Basically, it was as we expected it to be. What a drop off. What a drop off compared to the game against Zenit. And I predicted that. I predicted we will struggle against a team that will press us in midfield. And that's what happened today. We got pressed in midfield and we had no answers. Like Rabiot, man of the match, yeah, no chance. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we got pressed in midfield against a better team compared to Zenit, basically, and we struggled. Like we had no answers going forward, nothing. Just keeping hold on the ball was a big problem today. Also, as predicted in the match preview. Excuse me one sec. Let me check this. Okay, that's good. Yeah, as predicted, we struggled. We had nothing going forward. Just nothing. Let me check this. Wait. Let me see. Jeff is saying happy for the win, but not impressed with the performance. Yeah, 100%. The performance was, how do you say that? It was uninspired. It was so blank, just nothing. Going forward, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Chiesa, Dybala, Morata, name it. Just let me check. Can you still hear me? Wait, is the sound okay? What the fuck is it? Can everybody still hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. What I was saying, yeah, just going forward today was just bad. Like it was awful. Again, everything we said in the prediction, or what I said. I'm not putting words in anyone's mouth, but what I said in the prediction just came to fruition. In midfield, we struggled. They put pressure on us, and we didn't have an answer. So that was a trouble. That was a problem. Going forward, again, just basically the game we played against Sassuolo and Verona, just copy paste. That's what it was today. Going forward, we couldn't keep hold on the ball. We couldn't keep hold. We couldn't keep. Oh my god, what the hell? We couldn't keep the ball in the team. We struggled. We didn't give away many chances, so I don't think that's a problem. I don't think we give away anything. Like the leg just pocketed Vlahovic. And I know people will now say, look at Vlahovic, he's not worth that money. But like De Ligt is De Ligt. He's one of the best defenders in the world. And that's why I always say he needs to play. So I don't feel like we gave up a lot of chances. We gave up dangerous situations. But like we didn't give away big chances. So that's okay. But the problem remains that we struggle creating chances. We do. And that's not good enough. We won again. We won that game, but I feel that feels like a loss. Like that doesn't feel like oh, we won. You know, I cheered for the goal, but afterwards I start thinking, and you see my tweet on the bottom of the screen, like it is a win, but at the end of the day, what are we even celebrating? Because we're not moving forward. There's no progress. Like we know what's going to happen after the international break. We know this team will drop off and lose points. So excuse me, let me check this. The hell was that sound? So yeah, let me read some comments. Let me see. Morata is a disaster, is saying learn English. Is that on me? But yeah, Morata, I mean, I have no words for Morata left at the moment. He is playing against us. It's that simple. Let me see. Bonus saying we'll have to judge after the international break and a stretch of games. This team will not go on a stretch of games. Get 4 max. That's it. My sound is okay, Sunny. Okay, that's great. Let me see. Maybe those ugly points will save us a Champions League spot. Who knows? That's hoping at the moment. I don't know. Atalanta was playing. What did Atalanta do? I know they were playing, but I didn't check. So yeah, a win helps for that top 4 spot, which is basically sad in itself that we're just talking about top 4 place, and it's only the start of November. McKennie was good. McKennie was very good. We will talk about McKennie in a minute. It's on Allegri. Our left side was dead. It took him 65 minutes. 75 minutes to make an obvious change. Atalanta 2-1 smiley face. Okay. I have no idea why. Again, give me 1 sec. I will be back. 1 sec. Yeah, I'm back. Again, Morata. No idea why Morata is playing. He stayed on that pitch way too long. Like, I don't know what Caio needs to do to get more minutes. But if you look at Morata, just at the moment how he's playing, it's embarrassing. Like, he cannot hold on to the ball. His link-up play isn't great. The amount of times he gets caught out offside, I've never seen anything like that before, ever. Like, every ball in a game. So let's say he receives 10 balls in a game in the box, like at least 4 of them he's offside. That's insane. Like, also the goal he scored, like, he could have waited for so long before making that run and tap that in. He just started running. Like, it's like he's not in the game, like, with his head. It's like he's just running without thinking. Like, it's becoming frustrating at this point. I put some quotes up from Allegri. I'll read one of them. He said, "We're not missing a forward," because he was asked, "Do you like Vlahovic? Do you need a striker? Blah, blah, blah." And he said, "We're not missing a forward. By the way, Alvaro played a good game tonight. He created some favorable situations." I mean, I don't expect Allegri to go out there and say Morata is awful, he's shit, he's not playing great. That's not what a coach is going to do. But, like, he's praising him too much at this point. Like, because he didn't praise Rabiot in the press conference. He said he wasn't playing good, he needs to do more. And he was right to say that, because Rabiot needs to do more. He played an awful game again today. But you cannot say in your press conference in front of the media Rabiot is not doing well, and then go out saying Morata is doing well. Morata's not doing well. Like, he isn't. In the first half, Danilo put a cross in, and I don't know what he was running. Like, he needed to come to the first post, and he was running, I don't know where. Like, it doesn't even look like he's a striker at the moment. Like, because the runs he makes, everything, those are not striker runs, if you know what I mean. So, I get that he's not gonna come out and say he's awful, but, like, something like you did with Rabiot, saying that he needs to do more, and Morata needs to do more also. So yeah, Homophile is saying hi. Hi, smiley face. Yeah, Atalanta won. Okay, Atalanta won 2-0. Atalanta were struggling. I think Atalanta are struggling all season, but they have a lot of injuries, so they will come good. So that's why I'm not sure we'll make top four. Um, Smiley face saying his positioning is so bad, and I was hoping to learn from Ronaldo last season how to position properly, but the dude never learned. Yeah, I mean Allegri's Morata's positioning is just not good enough. Like at the moment he isn't a striker. I don't know what he is, but he's not a striker at the moment. He doesn't play like a striker, and that's why it's frustrating that Caio's not getting any minutes. Like you're looking. Like, is Allegri seeing the same things we're seeing? Like, everybody sees Morata's not playing great, and he keeps him on basically until the end of the game. Like, giving Caio 6 or 7 minutes, it's embarrassing. Like, what do you expect him to do in that short amount of time? Like, it makes no sense. Hanina saying, I don't see the light at the end of this tunnel, and Allegri's stubbornness, and that he doesn't see what even fans see before the game worries me even more. Yeah, again, 4-4-2 with Rabiot. I cannot believe it. Like, oh my god. Oh, like you need to laugh, otherwise you will cry. Like 4-4-2 with Rabiot on the left. Like how many times will I sit here and say the same thing? Like not just me, you in the chat. How many times are we doing this? Saying it's not gonna work. Like I forgot Rabiot was playing. I really did. Like he was coming off. I was like, oh shit, he's still in the game. I didn't know. So again, that's not all on him because he cannot play on the left. Like he can't. Like not at all. I'm not the biggest Bernardeschi fan, as you know. I'll give Bernardeschi a lot of stick. I think he needs to leave. But at least play Bernardeschi over Rabiot if you want to play that 4-4-2. Like at least do that. Again, Bernardeschi's output is not great, but Rabiot offers absolutely nothing on that position. Like nothing at all. Yeah. Then Jav is saying Morata isn't good as a single striker. He thrives when he plays with another striker like he did before when he used to play with two strikers. So I agree 100%, but at the moment that's not possible. I mean, I know it's a 4-4-2, but Dybala is not that type of player. So Morata needs to adapt because that's the situation at the moment. It's that simple. And Nina saying many games Chiesa starts on the right and then changes to the left. Yeah, should stay on the left or right side is with Chiesa, Dybala, McKennie, and our left side is that. What is Allegri doing? The thing I liked today was the link up between Chiesa and McKennie in the first half. Just McKennie in general, he's playing great. I know we gave him stick. I think he deserved that stick at the beginning of the season because he was not playing great. He was missing chances. He was not making those runs. But the last 3 games, and especially today, he kept making those runs. I remember in the first half, he's playing with confidence, like twisting players around, just making those runs, playing those balls. It's very good for McKennie at the moment. And he was my man of the match. I know Cuadrado scored that goal. And I know people will give him man of the match, and that's okay. But my man of the match today was basically McKennie, and he deserves that. So yeah, guys, 21 people in the chat, only 5 likes. So get the likes up. That will help us. But thanks everybody for joining on a Saturday. Bonusing Rabiot offers nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Roberto is saying this is the best Juventus related content out there. This channel is real, not watered down. Speak the truth. Thanks, Roberto. Again, everybody can have his opinion, but I'm not gonna sit here and saying, oh, we win, everything is great. Like we won, yeah, but it isn't great. Like it's not sustainable going forward. It isn't. And the fact that we are talking about making the top 4 at the start of November, I mean, it's depressing. Like it's basically a write-off season. It is. Like it's the start of November and we are talking about top 4 and transfers because that's how bad it is at the moment. Again, great win. When he scored Cuadrado, I cheered, but like 5 seconds later I was like, what are we even doing? Like I know this team will play the next game and they can lose. The next game I think is Lazio away after the break. And they can lose that game. Like, let's be real. They can lose that game very easily. Then go to Chelsea, pick up a result, come back, play Atalanta, lose. I don't know. That's how this team is. That's how this team will work. And that's why I'm not even sure we will make top 4, because we are so inconsistent, like we are. And we have no style of play. We have no identity. It's not like if Dybala goes down, the next man up knows his job. We will play the similar way. It isn't. Just look at Milan. They have so many injuries, but their style remains the same. No matter who's playing, the style remains the same. The quality might drop, but the end result is always the same. With us, if Chiesa drops or Dybala drops, it's done. Like, we're in even more troubles, and even at the moment we're not playing great. But if one of those two players basically picks up an injury, oh my god, like, then this team will even get worse really quickly, because we have no style of play. It's not like Dybala goes out, you can put in Kulusevski, we will play the same way. The quality will be a bit lower, but at the end of the day we will play the same way. We will impose our style of play on an opponent. That's not what we do. Like, that is not what we are doing. And that's why I'm not even sure we'll make top 4. I'm not at all, because Atalanta are a better team than us at the moment. Roma, inconsistent like us. Lazio, inconsistent like us. Fiorentina, basically like us. The only non-inconsistent team, like the most consistent teams out of the, I'll call it bad bunch, is Atalanta at the moment. I think they can go on a winning streak, and a winning streak, not just 4 games, but let's say 8 to 9 games when they get their players back from injury. We can, because we don't have a style of play. We don't. So we basically hope on a player doing something crazy, because that was what was happening today. If Chiesa scored that crazy goal, that's our game plan. Hoping someone, Dybala, Chiesa, Cuadrado, does something and wins us the game. That's our game plan at the moment. So, yeah. Hanin is saying, is he waiting for Rabiot to magically become a winger? He just doesn't have the tools. Someone needs to ask him. Like, why is nobody asking him in a press conference, why are you persisting with playing Rabiot on the left? That's why I hate watching the press conference at the moment, because the questions that Allegri is receiving are so easy to answer. Basically, nobody's asking him, why are you playing Rabiot on the left in a 4-4-2? Like, why are you doing that? It's not working, but you keep doing that. Why? Nobody's asking him that. So nobody knows the answer. Like, we can all speculate, but at the end of the day, he sees something in Rabiot on the left. I have no idea what that is. I don't think I will ever have an idea why he sees something in Rabiot on the left. So, no idea. Rabos, I'm questioning Max Allegri's now. His style is not working. Again, I said it so many times on the channel, I'm a big Allegri fan, but I'm not going to sit here and basically be blind to the situation. He's not finding answers at the moment. And I will make another video on De Ligt that will drop tomorrow. And I think De Ligt took a shot towards Allegri. And he said things we all basically are saying by the defensive shape and moving forward. But that video will drop tomorrow, I think. So keep an eye on that. Hanin is saying Cuadrado on the right, Chiesa on the left. Please, if one is tired, play Bernard and Kulusevski. Again, I understand why Cuadrado didn't play, but he hasn't played a lot in the last few games, so that's a bit surprising. Again, he wasn't playing great, Cuadrado. He came on and he did. Well, basically, we all said on the channel, he's very clutch. He can do that, and he did that. But he didn't do that for the last, I would say, 2 months. So I'm not gonna forget the last 2 months based on this goal. The goal is great, but now he needs to come back from international break and pick up his form. Otherwise, that goal is again meaningless, because we're living from moments. We're not living on something sustainable. Like, it's just moments of brilliance and stuff like that. Like, if Fiorentina didn't receive that red card, we wouldn't have won that game, because after that red card we created nothing. Like, we didn't even put pressure on Fiorentina. It was so easy for them to basically lay back and defend. So easy. So yeah, let me see. I don't know if Morata has been included into the national team. I think so. Jeff is saying this season we could always lower our expectations. We have to take it game by game. Forget about any silverware, but keep supporting to the end. I get what you're saying, but I'm never lowering my expectations. I'm not. Like, I know we are bad at the moment, but that's no excuse. Like, we still have a good enough squad to make it in the top 4 without any problem. But at the moment, making top 4 seems like a stretch, and that's not acceptable. Like, how much are we going to lower our standards? But I get your point, but I'm not doing it. Like, Sunny's saying, to be honest, I'm not sure that I can tolerate Allegri anymore, let alone for 4 years. I know how you're feeling, but he's gonna stay here. Mama Rabiot going to be very angry, I guess. Sunny's saying the only good thing about Rabiot at left wing is that the management might try seriously to buy a new midfielder in January. I don't think so. I wish, but I don't think so. And like, you can see the news coming at the bottom. You can follow the news. It's Ramsey. Is he gonna leave? Nobody knows. Like, who's gonna pay Ramsey to leave? At the moment, it's a big issue. And the player coming in, the only player that has a chance to come in January is Witsel. And will Witsel change life for us drastically? I'm pretty sure he won't. And that's now a knock on Witsel. But we need more than just Witsel. So the January transfer window is just, how do you say, just to take your mind out of the position we are in. But at the end of the day, the January transfer window is not going to fix our issues this season. It isn't. So yeah. Milankovic probably had a blackout. He did. Like, I don't think he really touched Chiesa, but like, the intention was there. He got lucky even before that. Again, he deserved a red card at the end of the day, because he made more fouls than just that one. The Eagle Eye international break now, as pains me to say, but I'm happy Italy are playing. Now this Juve team needs a kick in the arse. Yeah, like... I hate international break. I know I support Italy, but like, I don't watch games from Italy like I do watch games of Juventus. It's not even close. Like, if Italy lose, I'm like, I'll go to sleep without any problems. I wake up without stress. If Juve lose, I'll go to sleep with stress. I wake up with stress. So I don't have that with Italy. So maybe it's great to have some chill, 2 weeks of chilling, basically. But again, I hate international break. Come on, guys, maximum of likes. Let's build this channel. Thanks, Roberto. Thanks for joining. Again, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hanina saying Allegri hasn't played Chiesa and Cuadrado together this season. I think he sees them as subs for each other. I don't like this because they're our best players, and he's sacrificing one for Rabiot. I think we will see. I know what you're saying, but I think we will see both of them play very soon. I'm pretty sure of that. So let's wait. Why was Berna carrying a knock or just tired? According to reports, he didn't have a knock. So I'm shocked that he didn't even came on to the pitch. I'm very shocked because according to reports, he didn't carry the knock, nothing. So I don't know. Sunny saying, with Sal, we should switch to 4-3-3. At least I hope he will. That's basically the hope. That's basically what everybody's thinking. But again, like, do you bring in Witsel for 5 million euros? You need to pay Dortmund a little bit of money. But at Dortmund, he's almost on 8 million euros. So he's going to want at least 6 million euros for 3 seasons. Like, is it worth it? Is it worth to pay that money? And we're stuck with another older player? I don't think so. So that's why I'm saying I don't think the January transfer window will basically change life for us. Because we need more than just one player. It's not like we don't have a style of play, and Witsel is not going to bring a style of play. Like, he isn't. We don't have a style of play. We have no ideas going forward. Like, none at all. It's just hoping one of our star players, like Chiesa, like Dybala, comes up with some brilliance. That's how we're basically playing. at the moment, and that's not good enough. How will we sell Witsel in coming years? He will be the new Khedira in terms of injuries. That's like spot on. That's what I'm saying. Again, I like Witsel, but we need to think forward. I don't think that's basically the option. So yeah. The Italian Eagle Eye is saying at least we got 3 points today. Yeah, I mean, I said it, like, how many times have I said that this on the channel? I will take it game by game. I asked you guys what Atalanta did because I have no idea. I don't even know how many points we have in the league. Have we 18 or 19? I think 18. But I have no idea who's in front of us, how many points the teams in front of us have. I only know basically the top 4 or the top 5. I know it's Napoli, Milan, and Inter, and then it's Atalanta, maybe. So I'm not even watching that because we need to take it game by game, because this, like, we can win a game and the next game we can lose. So looking at the standings makes it even worse. Like, looking back to the games, it does, like, it won't help you. It won't help us as a team also. Hanin saying weird subs tonight. Was Alexandro injured, and why only Quadrado and then Wade? So Sandro picked up a knock. Again, Pellegrini. I know people ask for Pellegrini. I don't know why, because we want to see something different compared to Alexandro, who we should have sold years ago. I agree, but Pellegrini is worse than Alexandro. He's worse than De Chilio. He's just a bad football player. Like, I don't care what people say. He has a decent cross on him. Like, even today, the cross was awful, but usually has a decent cross on him. But other than that, he's a bad football player. He needs to leave in January for his own sake, because he's not good enough. Like, I know people say, oh, but he's not playing much. I've seen enough of him at Cagliari and Genoa. He's not a good player. He's not a player that should be playing for us. So yeah. Hanina saying how many games we only scored 1 goal in Serie A. I have no idea. Atalanta, Milan, Roma, Inter today, so quite a lot. Yeah. Sunny saying I understand the concerns about Witsel, but something needs to change. Qualify for the Champions League. I get what you're saying, but Witsel is not coming in and basically change this team completely. Like, we're not gonna play not even good football, decent football, like create chances because Witsel is there. We are not. So this, like, that's why everybody is basically hoping for January. But again, don't get your hopes up because you will get very disappointed. Bonus saying Rugani did okay. Yeah, I was scared. I tweeted it out, like, I was scared when Rugani started. Also because basically he was told a few minutes before kickoff that he needed to start. I was scared, but he did a good job. Like, defensively, it was okay. So nothing against that. Jeff, Pellegrini was amazing in a slow spell with Cagliari. Like, I respect your opinion, but amazing? He wasn't amazing. Like, he was good. And he was good for 4 months, 5 months maybe. That's pushing it. That's it. Like, he was good for, I think, after from January until basically the end of the season, he was good. But not amazing. Like, I get what you're saying, but like, let this club never, like, don't lower the standards. Like, the standard shouldn't be Pellegrini. It shouldn't even be Alexandro. But that's a standard at the moment. So Alexandro is the base. Like, below the base, it's Pellegrini. We should not be, like, these players should not be playing for the club. Like, they shouldn't. But they're still here and they're playing. The same goes for Rugani. He played a good game today, but he shouldn't be here. That's what I'm saying. Chelsea drew with Burnley today. Do you think Juve could get a result at Stamford Bridge if you're just a fan? I watched the Chelsea game. Man, Burnley got very lucky. Like, they should have won that game like 5-1. Again, we can get a result there, but I don't think we will. But you never know. Like, it's a different competition. It's a different environment. Like, we have done crazier things when we were in the same position. So, but that's for in a few weeks. Who's still saying, yeah, he was good on Cagliari's level? Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Jeff. I know you're saying you're not saying Pellegrini should play, because he shouldn't play for us. So yeah, let me see. So Allegri said about McKennie. He said McKennie is playing because he's better than the others. McKennie is better than the others. I don't know. I think Hanin asked me a few days ago, would you sell McKennie? I still would sell McKennie. Would I do that in January? I'm not sure. But at the end of the season, again, he's playing great. He's playing great. He can be a squad player, but we need money. And if an offer comes in for him, we need to take it. Because there are no offers for Rabiot or Betancourt. And I know people will say sell Betancourt, sell Rabiot. But if there are no offers, you cannot sell. It's that simple. If an offer comes in for McKennie, you need to take it. Because at the end of the day, he cannot be a starter at the club if you want to move forward. You can be a squad player, but if you want to compete for basically the title, because that's the bare minimum, and if you want to push on in Europe, you should still sell McKennie. Again, at the moment he's doing great. He could be a good squad player, but again, if an offer comes in, you need to take it, because there are no offers coming in for Rabiot and Betancourt. I can tell you that for free. Nobody is offering money for Betancourt or Rabiot. I'm like 99% sure of that. So that's why I'm saying basically you need to take the money if the money comes for McKennie in the summer. I don't think do it in January, because look at the state of our midfield. Even Arthur is basically not even getting minutes. So yeah. There's no point of selling Betancourt. We will get only 50% of the money. I know what you're saying, but I think at this point the club will take that. Like, it is what it is. I mean, yeah, you agreed on that deal. He's not good enough. You need to eat that money. I think we will get our money back at the end of the day. I think that's been used for an excuse for far too long. It's time to move on. If an offer comes in from Betancourt or Rabiot, you take it. But I'm saying, like, I'm 99% sure there will be no offer for any of them. So, the Eagle Eye, Chelsea don't score enough, Liverpool concede too much, City don't score enough, PSG don't play as a team, Bayern concede a lot. They're so all better than us. Like, way better than us. We need a replacement at centre back and left back. Again, that's why I get angry why De Ligt doesn't play. Like, people say, oh, but he played 7 or 8 games. Like, he needs to be the starter. Like, every game. He should be playing every game bar one. Like, he shouldn't be playing like Sassuolo at home. He should be benched. But the other games, he should be starting. Like, no, I don't care if he plays. Like, Bonucci's been playing every game. Like, back in the time, like, we are rotating goalkeepers. A few years back, that never happened, like, the way we do that now. Like, De Ligt doesn't play for the national team for some reason. He should be the starter. Like, Chiellini, he cannot stay fit, and he proved that, like, in warm-up. Bonucci is getting older. Like, De Ligt should be your starter. You need to build around De Ligt. And I know he's a Mino client, and he might leave, but you need to make him feel important. And even if he leaves, he still needs to start, because he's the best defender at the club at the moment. He needs to start every game. You can rest him midweek against Sassuolo, but that's it. That's it. Other games, he's starting. It's that simple. So yeah. I didn't hear anything about Frabotta since he left. He got injured. He didn't play. He will be sent back by Verona. That's the last report I read. They're not very high on him, which is no shock, because he's not very good. So I said that I wasn't on the channel in the summer, but I said it to Julian and Justin in the group chat, like, because I saw people saying, oh, he needs to get a chance. He is not talented. Like, it's not about chances. You can see that he's not good enough. Like, he doesn't have it. Again, I'm not saying Sandro, De Sciglio, and Pellegrini have it. They don't have it either. But that doesn't mean we should have kept Frabotta or players like that. Beppe would say that everything is perfect with De Ligt. Oh. I mean, wait. I'm not taking shots towards anyone. Like, everybody has his own opinion, and that's fine. And I get, like, I'm not saying everybody needs to agree with me, but De Ligt should be starting game in, game out, and he should get rested one game, because that's what happened. That's what is happening with Bonucci. Like, he's not playing at the moment, or he didn't play because he got picked up a knock. But if he didn't pick up that knock, he was playing, and De Ligt should be playing. Like, he's the best defender at the club. Like, he's the future of the club. It's not Rugani, it's not Chiellini, it's not De Ligt. And I saw some, I don't know, was it Allegri a few weeks back saying, oh, he still needs to learn. That's complete bullshit. Like, he's not a kid anymore. Like, he's playing for Ajax since he was 17, being the captain, went to a Europa League final, Champions League semi-final, played with the Dutch national team. Like, he's not a kid anymore. We need to stop treating him as a kid. He's a grown man, and he's the best defender at the club, period. It's that simple. I will not debate that. Like, he is the best defender at the club. For me, that's no debate. And I like Chiellini. I like him a lot. But De Ligt at the moment is a better defender, and he should be the starter every game. Again, if you give him a rest at home against the Swallow, great. But that's the only game he should have been missing at the moment. That's what I'm saying. Dambarile is saying Witsel in January for cheap. I mean, I talked about it. He's not going to solve anything for us. So, I don't know. Let me see. Frabota should be thankful to Pirlo. He wasn't even started in U23. Yeah, I agree. He's not good enough. Like, he's not a good player. He isn't. So, yeah. Homo Juve. Frabota is another Molinaro. The only fullback that should have stayed with Juve was Spinazzola. I don't care if he only plays 10 games a season. I get your point, but that's like, if you know, first we needed the money. We needed that Plus Valenza crap before I think it was 30th of June, and we did it. We did it. That's it. Again, if you only is fit for 10 games, I don't think that's worth it either way. But I get your point. And Ajax was like a father of the club, and here at Juve we treat him like a 15-year-old. Yeah, we do. People can say we don't, but we do. And that's quite embarrassing. And it's a bit disrespectful towards De Ligt, who is one of the best defenders in Europe. He is. Like, the way he today man-marked and kept Vlahovic completely quiet was top level. Because Vlahovic is a very good striker, very physical, and De Ligt just pocketed him. Like, and I know people will say, you see Vlahovic is not great, blah blah blah. De Ligt is just a better talent than Vlahovic. I will say that he's a better player than Vlahovic. So it's only not normal. Like, it's okay. Like, Lukaku got pocketed by De Ligt. Like, many players get bullied by De Ligt because he's one of the best players in Europe in his position. I don't care what people say. They can find weird narratives all they want. De Ligt is one of the best defenders in Europe, and he's the best defender at the club. I will not debate that. I don't care what people say. Molinaro and Grugera, Juve legends. To be honest, I quite like Grugera. I know people will laugh at me, but I didn't have any problem with Grugera. Homo Juve, who's the best left back? Cancelo or Davis? I think on form it's Cancelo for me. I'm not a fan of Witsel, but he could be the player to unlock Locatelli. I agree on that. But, like, he can unlock Locatelli, fine, but we still wouldn't have a style of play. And that's the biggest problem at the moment. We don't have a style of play. If one player goes missing, we are in even worse, bigger trouble. So that's the main issue. As you can see in the news reports at the bottom of the screen, from Ramsey and Witsel, that's basically the news. It's we're living on scraps. Like, it's not great news, it's not big news, it's not exciting news, and that's what basically the January transfer window is. For me, the Dutch Hulk is the best defender in the world. Yeah. We already have Arthur who can do the same thing. Allegri insists on the 4-2. I don't think Allegri is very strange, because Allegri talked highly about Arthur, but the last games he's not playing. I don't think he really trusts him at the moment, especially not playing in a 2. I don't think he is great in a 2. So yeah, Jeff is saying, I spilled my drink when you said you like Grugera. Man, it were just horrible times at that time. But I liked him before he joined Juve. Maybe that's why. Again, he wasn't great, but neither was that Juventus team at that moment in time. So, let me see. Market is empty right now. We can do shit in January. We need to improve ourselves. Are we done? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need to improve ourselves. Like going forward as a team, just create a playing style. Like Witsel is not going to change that at all. I mean, De Ligt is also good with his feet. Chiellini scares me when he has the ball. De Ligt is a perfect combination. Yes. I'm not debating that with anyone. Like anyone who wants to debate that can come onto the channel. We will get you on, and I will debate you why I think De Ligt is the best defender at the club. I think Julian will join and will agree. Let me see. For me, Juve look better in the state than Barcelona, but not Real Madrid. Yeah, but I mean, that's not telling a lot. Like Barcelona are in a big mess. Tchouaméni rumors have quite down, quite a bit correct. Yeah, but like he's not coming in January. Like forget about it. He's not moving from Monaco in January, Tchouaméni. So, Jeff is saying, I'm not counting on January transfer window. I have bad memories from like Suraro and many more. 100%. That's the players you're getting in January. It's that simple. When the Ligt plays, I feel we're not going to concede. That's the feeling I have. And I know people say, we concede. Because I've seen some weird things on Twitter. I don't follow a lot of Twitter. I just made my account. You can follow me, Alejandro BZ. But the things I see, the narratives I see being created around De Ligt, basically to claim that it's okay to bench him, are insane. Like I feel ashamed. I'm like, why are you tweeting this? That's the feeling I get. Because the things that are being said about De Ligt basically make no sense. Like, but we can see the goal when he plays. Like we can see the goals with Chiellini. Like if that's the standard, and with Bonucci, they wouldn't be at the club. We would have sold them in 2010, 11. It's complete bullshit. Like I don't know what it is with. Basically, I have Italian roots, but some people are just so focused on Italian players, even when they're not good enough or when they are not performing. They get a pass because they're Italian. Italian media is like that. Like De Ligt gets a lot of stake when other players who are Italian and play worse don't get that stake. It's insane. It's just insane. And it's embarrassing. Hanine is saying, what about Zakaria? His contract expires in June. I think Julian talked about it in the summer because I was not on the channel. I like Zakaria. I think on a free, I will take him. On a free, I will take him because also agent's fee won't be that high. I think he'll be a good, solid squad player. But you need to move on from other players. Like we need starters in midfield, quality starters, but we also need quality on the bench. Because you cannot keeping Bentancur and Rabiot on the bench, in my opinion, is also not good enough. Like we also need to basically change some of our bench players, because the bench players are going to be basically the players that are playing now and are not good enough. So that's why I will take Zakaria on a free. Bona saying, according to you, the best left back in Serie A. I have no idea. Maybe Horses, but he's injured. I don't know. Like even Theo, he can have some good games and an absolute stinker. So, but probably one of those two guys. Yeah. Sunny saying Witsel is a solid player. He's getting old, but don't compare him to Soraro. Yeah, I'm not comparing him to Soraro because he I like Witsel, but just age, profile, wages, injuries, it's a no for me. Let me see. We should sign him. Okay. Then Allegri. Another quote from Allegri say, first of all, I'm happy for Rugani, who has hardly played at all this year. I agree with him. He didn't play at all this season. He played today, just basically a few minutes before the game kicked off. He knew he was playing and he did okay. So that's good for him. But then he went on and saying Pellegrini, who came in and did well, and for the whole team, especially because he held up well mentality. I don't know what he did, what he's seen in Pellegrini today. It wasn't good. Like, the last 10 minutes were okay, but like he makes so many fouls in the most stupid situations out there. Like, a player with his back towards goal, he's basically running the ball out and he's pushing them over. Like, he's going into harsh basically tackles, pushing players over. Like, Chiesa won the ball back, he still pushes a Fiorentina player over. It's a foul. He's a very brainless footballer. Like, he does so many stupid things, Pellegrini. So I don't know what Allegri is saying. Like, praising Pellegrini is not needed because we can all see it's not good enough. So yeah. Again, it's a depressing live stream, which is weird because we won. But like, let me know in the chat. Like, does this win feel like a win, or is it just me? Like, am I just being so pessimistic, or does this win really doesn't feel like a win? Let me know in the chat, because for me, I don't have the feeling of a win. Like, I don't have a winning feeling. Like, tomorrow I'm not waking up and I'm like, oh, we won. Like, it feels like a defeat still for me. So yeah. Let me see. Jaap is saying, can I ask a question? If a coach decided to give Rugani Pellegrini, why couldn't he bring Caio earlier and give him a chance? I talked about it. No idea. Like, I cannot still, at this moment in time, I cannot understand why Caio is getting so many chances when you see what Morata is producing out there. So yeah. Only Fun is saying it feels ugly. Yeah. Who's he saying? Nope, that was a deserved win. Feels like a loss. It was not a deserved win. And that's what I said in the reaction video. Like, we didn't deserve that win. We won. And usually I will be like, it feels great. But I know nothing changed. So I know what's going to happen after the international break. We all know what is going to happen after the international break. And that's why this win doesn't really feel like a win. Because I know what's going to happen after the break. I know it. Like, we all know it. So, yeah. Yeah, I was saying the win feel like we are very lucky. I feel lucky. I feel lucky as hell. Yeah. I'll take a win, but not satisfied with the way we played. Agree. We can have replaced Rugani. Let me see. It's a win. Ale. GG. Welcome. Sono Juventini dall'anni 70. Abbiamo sempre giocato così. I agree. GG. Welcome. Because I read your message. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. I know it's a win. I know it's a win. And I know over our history we play like this. But like, we played much better. Like, even under Allegri's first years. Like, even under Sarri we played better. Even under Pirlo, in my opinion, last season we played better football than this. And I get your point, GG. I know what you're saying. We never are the team throughout history that play amazing football. I agree with that. But at the moment, like, it's scary bad. Like, it's not sustainable. Like, you know it's going to go wrong again after the international break. You can just feel it. And that's my issue. If you're that inconsistent, you're in big trouble. You're in really big trouble. That's why, again, I celebrated the win. But, like, quickly after, I was like, we're gonna sit here once again in a few weeks and we will basically say the same thing. That's my issue at the moment. It needs to improve. But I get your point, Gigi. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining. What do you think about players only ready at 25? Hanina's winding me up now. Because I know what he's talking about, but I like free quotes. Again, if you're gonna include youngsters, you need to play them. Like, bring Sule into the first team and play him 5 minutes every, let's say, 3 games. It's not helping Sule. If you bring in Sule into the first team, he needs to get consistent playing time. Otherwise, just don't do it. It will not help us. It will not help him, and that's the most important thing. It needs to help him. Oh, what happened to the screen? The quality went down. But yeah, like if you bring a youngster, Sule, Fagioli, Miretti, name it, like Ranocchia, I don't, just name the player. If you're bringing with the first team and you're keeping him with the first team, you need to play him. Like he needs to get decent game time. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Like you're hindering his growth. Play him if you take him to the first team. Otherwise, just leave him alone. Just leave him on loan. It's better than nothing. But I agree, we need to change that, basically. And he's saying, I don't feel happy about the win because I know we can lose the next 2 games, no progress. That's basically the problem. That's the feeling a lot of us are having. And that's not good. Like, that means we're not in a great position at the moment. Dan is saying, I'm really hoping we see a lot of chances next season because I can't bear to see our boys play like this anymore. Yeah. GG, it's a pleasure. I feel home at here. Great. That's great to hear. Thanks for joining, basically. We're just getting started. It's just our June, I think it's our 5th month on YouTube. It's going great. It's only getting better. So thanks for joining. Bonus saying, anybody here did Pogba played or today or get benched? He was suspended for 3 games because he picked up a red card against Liverpool, I think. Homo Juve saying we didn't have a shot on target until the 87th minute. Like, if you can see the graphics from Opta, in the first half we didn't have a shot on goal, and that same thing happened against Sassuolo. So that's why I'm saying there's no improvement, because we can see the problems coming back, like game in, game out. And that's why this win feels a bit weird. Like, it is a win, it's great, but just looking at the bigger picture, it's a bit worrying. It's still worrying, even after a win. But let's see. Jaap is saying, wait. Who's Botman? Forget about Botman. He's a good player, but we're not going to get him. Dan is saying, Ali, do you really think we get Vlahovic next summer? I have no idea. I really have no idea at this point, because it's a lot of money. Again, I want to say this because I saw people saying in the comments, you're crazy. Like, I don't think Vlahovic is worth 80 million. He isn't. But that's the price. So you're going to pay 80 million, maybe less, or you're going to keep Morata. It's up to you. That's the situation we are in at the moment. Botman is a very talented player from Lille. Yeah, I like Botman, but we're not going to get him. I think Atalanta tried to get him last summer, but they didn't want to pay, was it 25 or 30 mil? We're not going to get him. These are the players we should be getting, because in Italy there are no good defenders left. Like, Bastoni is the next big thing, and I'm still not sold on Bastoni. So you need to look for the players like Botman, because let's be real, Chiellini, we all know, and it happened today before the game. And then Bonucci, you cannot play Bonucci every game. He's getting old. Rugani, they're okay, but like, he shouldn't be at the club, and you only have De Ligt. So you need to improve next summer. I know people say, oh, we sold Romero and we sold Demiral. Demiral wanted to play, and we can discuss if he should be starting with De Ligt. That's a discussion we can have. But Allegri said, you're not going to be the starter, and Demiral wanted to leave. We needed the money. It was easy for the club to do. But basically, looking at the bigger picture, our center backs aren't looking great. Like, the center back room is not looking great. And that sounds crazy when you have Bonucci, Chiellini, and De Ligt in it. But just injury and age-wise, we need to improve that also next summer. So we have a lot of work to do, and it's a bit scary considering we don't have a lot of money, and maybe not even getting into next season's Champions League. So yeah. Let me see. De Ligt dealt with Vlahovic today. No bias or anything, but De Ligt had Vlahovic in his pocket today. Oh, I said that before. Great game from De Ligt. Jeff is saying, do you think Fagioli can become the next Marquisio? At the very least, I've seen him play and he looks great. Like, I'm not like the next Marquise. I know, like, we're all hoping he will be that, like, but I'm not going to make that statement. I'm not even going to say, do I think he's going to make it? Yes, because I don't want to disrespect Marquise, because Marquise was a fantastic player. Like, he's a club legend, in my opinion. He was a very good player, very underrated among European football, basically. But he was so good. So I'm not going to say Fagioli can be that. Let's see. At the moment, he's playing Serie B football, but he's doing great in Serie B. So credits to him. He's playing very good in Serie B. Again, I've not watched a lot of Fagioli. I only watched one full game, and I think the last 35 minutes or 45 minutes against Parma, and he looked great. Just read reports, and the reports are that he's playing very good. Like, he's progressing a lot. Let's see in the summer, because I was a bit surprised that he got loaned out, because everybody knows Allegri likes him. Like, he really likes him. So I was a bit shocked he got loaned out. But then, if you think about it, should I be shocked? Like, it is what it is. But I'm not going to say, like, he can be the next Marquisio. I think we're just hoping. Let me see. The chat. Bastonia, will you think Belotti? No, Belotti. No Belotti. Kia saying, Ali, I just tuned in. What do you think of how Allegri is using Chiesa? In my opinion, I saw a different Chiesa after the red card, and Allegri gave him freedom to play further up the pitch. I agree 100%. And also, that's what Allegri said in his post game. You need to basically get the best out of Chiesa by exploding his characteristics. And I was like, well, no shit. Like, that's that's so obvious that you need to get the best out of Chiesa by using his characteristics. But why are you not doing that? Like, he's a bit contradicting himself. But I agree with Gigi. After the red card, I mean, there's going to be space normally, but I think he got a license to go forward. And you can see, like, if you cannot basically keep Chiesa in a cage for 90 minutes, like, it doesn't make sense, because he can create anything. Like, he can create something out of nowhere. And the way Allegri is using him at the moment is frustrating. Like, I think Chiesa is frustrating. He's not going to come out and say that, but I think he is. And why? Against Zenit, when the penalty happened, Dybala took the ball. Chiesa went over to Dybala and he asked if he could take the penalty. Now, again, that's my opinion, but what I get from that situation is that Chiesa really wants to score. Like, he wants to get on the score sheet so much that he even went to Dybala, who is our penalty taker, and asked him to take the penalty. So basically, that situation, according to me, that's my opinion, is telling me that not even Chiesa is happy at the moment the way he is being used. Like, because he's used to play further up the pitch, create chances, take shots on goal, and him wanting to take that penalty off from Dybala is basically telling me that he's a bit starving. Like, he wants to score goals, he wants to be more active, like, he wants to contribute more. So Gigi, basically the answer to that question, yeah, I'm not happy the way Allegri is using Allegri. Chiesa, I don't think anybody is happy about that. Not even Chiesa, and that's why I think that penalty thing shows that to me. So yeah. Let me see, because so many questions. Oh my god, so many questions. I lost everything. Let me see. Okay. Jeff, it's talking about Lorenzo Luca. Like, he's not ready to play Serie A football. So, again, he's someone for the future, and we need one now. Next summer, we need a starting number 9 who's going to bang goals, game in, game out, basically. Who's going to hit 20 plus goals without any problem in Serie A alone. That's what we need. Yeah, but saying we need Coppa Italia to start because we need to let the youngsters play every game until the semifinals. Yeah, always fun to see them play. Hanina saying, is Milankovic good enough? Like, he wasn't a free in the summer. I think he signed a new deal, so no. Like, no. Then I will go for Botman, but again, Botman wants to start, and Allegri's not dropping Chiellini or Bonucci, or, like, you know what I mean. And that's the biggest problem. Like, not, I know they talk about locker room things, and that's why when Chiellini signed a 2-year deal, I was like, I like Chiellini, but 2 years, I know what's going to happen. He's gonna play more games than he should be playing, holding back players that should be playing, holding back transfers we should be making, like maybe a Botman. You need to, like, it feels like the club or Allegri is scared to bring in changes, to change all the players, like a Quadrado again, like Chiellini. Like, it's no shame. Like, that's football. Like, players come and go. At some point, you need to basically say it's enough. We need to move on. We need to basically replace you. If it doesn't go well, we will stick with it, like, until we find the solution. But at some point, you need to basically have a plan B. And at the moment, we don't have a plan B. Our only plan B is also our plan A. It's the league. And we are not even sure the league is staying. So, yeah, people, if you didn't like the video, please like. If you want to become a member and get basically emojis like Hanin and Sunny and Mo, and you can also join the Discord chat. You can join the join button, and you can basically support the channel. Thanks everybody for joining the members club, by the way. Hanin is saying Fajoli will be back when he's 25. Oh my god, he's not going to let it go, the 25 number. But yeah, probably. Ale, I know you're not a big fan of McKennie, but what do you think about McKennie's performance today? I give him a 6. Maybe a 7 if I'm being biased. No, you're not being biased. I will give him a 7. He was my man of the match. I know Quadrado scored that goal and people will give man of the match to Quadrado, but my man of the match today was McKennie, because he was good from start to finish consistently. The only player with the league who was consistently good from start to finish. He was very good. Like, the runs he made, especially in the first half, the link-up play with Chiesa was so good. Like, he even went past players. He played some good balls, really good balls. Should have deserved an assist. So it's not biased. McKennie was my man of the match, and he deserves that. I think, again, in the bigger picture, like, again, if you want to compete for everything, he's not good enough. That's one thing. At the moment, he's playing very good, and he's doing everything we said at the start of the season. Scoring goals, making those runs, and all those things. So that's very positive. Jav is saying, how do one become a member? Like the show. Oh, under the video you can see, if you don't have the full screen on, you can see join, and you click join, and you have 2 options, and you can join the Discord group. You get emojis next to your name, badges and stuff like that, and soon you can call into the show. We'll have a live call-in show every week where members can call in, and also some giveaways are coming, so stay tuned for that. I think at Christmas time we're giving away an original Juve shirt, so you can choose the name on the back, the patches you want, home, first, second kit, you can choose that, but that's for Christmas. I think that's going to be the Christmas giveaway, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you want to become a member, it's underneath the video. It's a join button basically, and you can hit join. Let me see. We should bring in Hatem Ben Arfa in January transfer window. I think you're baiting me. I think you are. Dan is saying, what do you really think we sign next summer? I have no idea. I mean, I don't even want to think about the summer. It's still November. Like, I don't want to give up on the season already. I mean, it's already sad enough that we are talking about top 4 and it's only the start of November. So I have no idea. Like, it will depend on a lot of things. We need more players from the Netherlands. Some of you were saying, yeah, I will take Gravenberg. I will take Botman any day of the week. Marco was saying, Ale, will Morata ever get out of sight? No, I think I said it many times before. I think Morata's born offside. Like, it's insane. Like, the goal he scores, that tap in, like, he had so much time, so much space, he was unmarked, and he still made that run way too early. Again, he's never going to change. Like someone, I may look up the basically. I may look up the stats during the international break. How many times he's getting called offside? I think he's top in Europe easily, in my opinion. I think he's getting close to Inzaghi's record. I need to look that up because that's insane. Let me see. The Locatelli dribble was before Morata's offside goal. Yeah, that was great. Ale, let's play with the thought that you're the Juve coach. Which formation and 11 would you choose if everybody's available? Again, I will pick that 4-3-1-2. Oh wait, what did I say? 4-3-1-2. Yeah, that's the formation I will pick with Dybala, Morata up top, Chiesa, McKennie, Locatelli, Arthur, Quadrado, Bonucci, De Ligt, and Alexandro. That's what I would do. I don't know if it's gonna work because I still have some issues with Dybala's position, but I will give him a shot because that's what Allegri did in the second half against Zenit and preseason against Monza, and I also think against Empoli. But against Empoli, he played McKennie alongside Dybala, and that was Allegri's mistake. He basically admitted that he made a mistake back then. But that's what I will do. Let me see. Jeff is saying I don't see any join button. It should be it just says join. Like if you basically put on smaller the stream, it's just a join button. Alongside subscribe, it says join or not join. Maybe it depends on the language you have your basically your YouTube channel in. But it should be a join button, membership. Or you can also go to the home tab of our channel and you can go to membership or community, or even at the top on our home screen it says join. See, Justin is saying join is right next to the subscribe button. Let me see. Heard some good things about Mattia Vite, 18 years old, Empoli center back. Have you watched it? No, I've not watched it, but I read a scouting report. I think it was on I don't know what site it was. Was it Football Scouted? I think so. He looks like a promising player, but I've not watched him, so I don't really have an opinion on him. Hanina saying, do you think Dragozin will be ready by the time Chiellini retires? I don't think so. I don't even rate Dragozin that highly, so I think he's very clumsy on the ball. So I'm not sure. But you never know. If he gets up there, great. Like we have him. Like he's our player. We didn't pay that much money for him when we got him in the first place. But at the moment, it's just hoping. I think we need to get someone in the summer. Ale, thoughts on Laporte? Is he done already? Pep don't rate him. Maybe good pardon. I like Laporte. I don't think he's the best defender out there, but I like him. But he will cost a lot of money, and then I prefer to go for someone like Botman. I really do. So, yeah. Let me see. Bon is saying join blue button next to the subscribe. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Bon. Our attack next season, Chiesa, Vlahovic, Dybala. We need a striker that we can rely on to give us goal consistently, because that will give us time to rebuild this team without dropping too many points. I agree. Like we need a striker that scores 20 goals at least in Serie A every season. At least 20 goals just in Serie A, and that's not Morata. Jeff Casello, for some reason I'm not getting the join button. Maybe it's not available where I live. It should be. Where do you live? It should be available, but let me know where you live. Why would you blame for what will you blame for the poor games you will play this season? Why does the team look like they have no idea what they're doing? It's Allegri. Again, I like Allegri. I'm an Allegri fan. How people will call me, basically, they call me Allegri fan. But it's on Allegri because we have no style of play. That's not on the players. Like a style of play is something the coach basically offers to the team. It's not the players going out to the pitch and basically, or just before the game, sitting together and basically discussing how will they play. It isn't. So yeah. Jeff, Justin has put basically the link to join the membership into the chat, so you can hit the link. Thanks, Justin. Dominique Morata is a good squad player, but let's be honest about him. He isn't a proper striker who actually can rely on week out. I read that, sorry. But I agree. I saw another comment. I saw a comment I wanted to read out, but I lost it. Shit, I lost it. Oh, fuck. Why would you blame? I lost the comment. I'm sorry. I don't know who that was. What's going on with Moed Irataren? It looks like serious. So Irataren spoke and he said basically the rumors of him retiring are not true and stuff like that. That he's ready to play, but again, like he's ready to play, but he's not returning to Italy, to Sampdoria. So no idea what's happening. Like nobody knows. Not even the club, I think. So Sani saying we're getting Romagnoli. Oh my god. That's just sad. Like that, and I think you're right. That's the sad part, Sani. I think we will get Romagnoli in the summer. I'm 100% sure we will get Romagnoli, and oh my god, that's so frustrating because I don't rate Romagnoli. I never rated Romagnoli. Like I don't know what people see in Romagnoli. So it's a bit like we never learn. He's a Raiola client. He's free and it's easy. But I don't like Romagnoli. We should sign Mazzurri and Pershurs. I don't rate Mazzurri. Mazzurri. I like. He didn't improve since that Champions League run. He didn't. But I like Pershurs. I like him. But again, we're not going for those players. We're not doing that because they're too young and the club is not taking those chances basically for some weird reason. Would you take Cassie? Would you take Cassie for 7 million salary as last resort if you can Tchouaméni or Witsel? Oh, I will take Cassie over Witsel. Even at 7 mil, I would do that because I like Cassie. I like him a lot. I will take him over Witsel, not over Tchouaméni. No chance. Jav is saying, I said Ben Arfa earlier as a joke, but I seriously think he's a brilliant footballer and can play for us 6 months. I like Ben Arfa. If he only had a bit more mentality, he could have played at a much higher level. But I like Ben Arfa. I like watching him play because he's so technical. Like he's one of those like old school players. Like he's so technical on the ball. I'm from Tunisia, Jeff. It should be available at the membership club. Justin has put the link into the chat, so you can click that link and it will bring you to the membership account. It should be saying join besides the subscribe button anyway. Very strange. Key is saying, yes, you're right. Look at Viola today. They had a pressing game and play pattern in offensive phase. The only thing, we have a good defense, but nothing going forward. Well, Key, that's basically what De Ligt say. That's what De Ligt said after the game. Again, I'm making a separate video on De Ligt because in my opinion, he was taking some shots towards Allegri. He said basically what you said, like defensively great, but moving forward, nothing is happening. But I will make a video on De Ligt because in my opinion, he was a bit, like how you say, like he was a bit irritated by the way we are playing. Like because he was comparing it with Ajax and saying at Ajax you get more touches on the ball and stuff like that. But I will make a video about that. And we'll drop tomorrow. Let me see. Romo's not good. We should sign Pershurs. Do you think Vlahovic Pogba is realistic in the summer? Like at the moment, I don't think so. Just money wise, wages and stuff like that. I don't think it's, unless you sell De Ligt. Again, we're not doing anything in January because the club has no idea what's going to happen. Like if we were in first place, like always, and we're like 7 points behind, the club will be okay. We will make it into the top 4 next season. Champions League money is coming in. We will be fine. But because we don't have that assurance at the moment, I don't think we're doing anything in January. And just even moving forward, the club is a bit like they will have a plan A. Will we make Champions League? We can spend this. Well, plan B, we don't make Champions League. We can spend this, or we need to sell De Ligt and we can spend that. So that's the situation, in my opinion. If City can get Kane, then we sell Gabriel Jesus. Would you take him? No. I would have taken him this summer, but not next summer. Max Aarons would be a great fit, but he's a Premier League player, so important to know. I like Max Aarons. Julian likes Max Aarons, but I agree. The club probably has no idea who Max Aarons is. So yeah. Mohamed is saying Allegri should never play Rabiot as a winger, and he played so many times, and his position always performs so shit. And I don't get why Allegri keeps playing him there. Like, nobody knows, and nobody's asking him these questions. Like, why do you play Rabiot on the as a left winger? Like, why? Like, what's the thought process behind that? Like, do you see things we don't see? Yeah. Key is saying we need to stop talking about these transfer talk. We need to focus game by game and need to see improvement. As long as we don't have a game plan and transfer make it. I agree. Key, I said it, like, I don't really like to talk about transfers, but it's the only thing that keeps us basically away from the performances we have. And I know people like to talk about it. People ask questions, so I'll give my opinion about it. But like, if you were in a title race, if you were in first place, like usual, 4 points clear of the second, nobody would be talking about transfers. We're only talking about transfers because we're in a bad position. That's why. But I get your point. Yusuf saying, honestly, at this point, I'm willing to just get rid of all the players, play younger ones, Rovella, Fajoli, Sule. How much worse can it be? I mean, if you put them all in there, it will be worse. But I get your point. Do you think Wiltzel will help? Not really. We don't have a style of play. I keep saying that. Like, you need to have a style of play before you can chuck in other players. Romagnoli and De Ligt partnership next season, no for me. Sani saying, if it's a shot on Allegri, then Allegri will stop playing De Ligt. Like, for me, it was a little shot. It was a little dig, but like, Allegri cannot bench De Ligt. Like, he cannot. Like, he, deep inside of him, he knows he's his best defender. Like, not playing him is a bit suicidal, in my opinion. So he's not going to do that. Jeff, will you sell Dybala this summer? I love Dybala, but I think he forces us to play in a certain way, and we don't have the squad to surround him. I wouldn't sell Dybala, but I agree with the second part. Like, he does force us to play in a certain way, and that's, I think a lot of players struggle a bit with his best position, especially if you want to play something else in a 4-4-2. I think Sarri or Pirlo said it. I think it was Sarri, that it's not easy to find a good position for basically Dybala. So I agree with that part, but I wouldn't sell him. I would just keep him. He's technically he's our best player. It's up to the coach to find his best position. The only thing my issue is with Dybala is he can be a bit too inconsistent. Like, he can have a very good run and then just disappear for a bit. Like, he needs to find a balance. Yusuf saying we're talking about transfers because the team is lacking. If I wasn't, we would talk about minor improvements here and there. I agree. That's what I said. Like, we're talking about transfers because, like, do you really want to talk about the football at the moment? Because it's not good enough. It's not really fun to watch Juve at the moment. We will keep watching Juve because that's what we do. But just pure as excitement, it's not. Like, it's not even as good as when we sold our Marquisio, Pirlo, Vidal, Pogba. Even with Hernanes, we play better football. So yeah. Johnny saying I sell Dybala before De Ligt. I agree with that part. I would do the same thing. Like, if you give me the option, you can keep Dybala until for the next 5 years, or you can keep De Ligt for the next 5 years. I would keep De Ligt because I can replace Dybala. There are replacements for Dybala. There are no replacements for De Ligt because he's one of the best defenders. And Dybala is not one of the best players in his position. He isn't. I know people think he is, but for me, Dybala is not one of the top 10 players in his position. He isn't, in my opinion, because he's very inconsistent. Injuries. De Ligt is a top player in his position, and still his age. Like, his talent is so obvious. So if you gave me the option, Dybala for the next 5 seasons or De Ligt, I will pick De Ligt. That's my opinion. Jeff saying, will you bring Jesse Lingard? Nope. No. You should look to buy one of the youngsters at Ajax. Yeah. So, guys, the plan was to do 40-minute streams. We doubled that, I think. So thanks everybody for joining on a Saturday midnight over here. So I don't know what's the time for all of you guys, but thanks for joining as always. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, watch our match reaction, me and Justin will drop the player ratings in a bit, so you can check our player ratings. Tomorrow no live. We will be back on Monday with a live. So tomorrow is basically free live day. Again, if you want to join the members club, you can get a badge alongside your name, emojis. You can join the Discord group, and you can call in a few weeks. We'll do call-in shows with the memberships, so the members can call in, and giveaways are also coming. So again, everybody, thanks for joining. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and see you on